Hey, prophetic scribes, I hope that you all have been prospering in your purpose and dominating in your destiny. I am excited to jump into another installment of our prophetic scribe series. If you are new here, do me a favor and go ahead and subscribe to this channel. It helps us get the word out about becoming a leader who understands their voice, identity, and purpose. And also make sure that you like this video, and if you want to share this with someone who needs encouragement to use their prophetic scribe gift, go ahead and share this video. All right, so I'm going to just jump in. We are going to talk about some prophetic scribe pitfalls. These are things that are hindering people from producing at optimal capacity. These are things that are causing a lot of discouragement and causing individuals not to use their gift to the best of their abilities and to be really lackadaisical or lackluster about the writing gift that God has given them. So the first thing that happens is that a lot of us as creatives, as prophetic scribes, we simply get bored. Being bored is going to be the number one downfall of us and this prophetic scribe gift. We get bored with the message God has given us. And sometimes many of you are forerunners. And so maybe you have been talking about the same message for 5 years, 10 years, and some people still have not caught on. And some people may ask you to continue to talk about this thing or continue to write about this or share more information. And you simply just don't want to do it because you are bored and you're looking for the next best thing. I want to encourage you to ask God for fresh insight or for a fresh anointing or a fresh ideas concerning the topic and concerning the message that he is giving you. We cannot get bored with the message God has given us, because once we get bored, we start to throw away the message. We start not to honor the message that God has given us. And we need to be a people of honor. God specifically chose us to carry a specific message. And so it is our responsibility not to just get bored with it and throw it out the window. Maybe ask God for different ways to share your gift. Maybe ask him different ways to disseminate the message that he has given you. This is a way to be ardent about the message that God has put inside of you. And when I go into boredom, the next thing goes into consistency. Sometimes when we get so bored with our gift or with our message, we become people that lack consistency. We are not consistently writing. We are not consistently studying. We don't decide to consistently post the content. We decide to just be on fire one day, and then the next day we don't want to do anything. And this is probably hindering you from being a person to have longevity in the place that God has assigned you to, because you do not have consistency. So you're not seeing the growth that you want to see because you lack consistency. And so it's not a matter of you not lacking, it's not a matter of you lacking creativity or intelligence. It's a matter of you being consistent in the area God has assigned you to and being disciplined, being focused with the assignment that God has given you, with the message that God has given you, so that more people can hear about the message. Chances are that maybe 5 years from now, people are still going to want to hear the same message that you have. And that is a blessing, because you are a person that has seen into the future. You know what people in the future need. And so now it's a matter of, okay, God, what are some different ways to present this message so that I don't become lackluster about what you have assigned me to do? Or can you give me a new outlook or a fresh anointing, or just even a baptism, a new ideas about this specific topic, and not just say, you know what, oh well, I've been talking about this for years, it doesn't even matter. No, because 10 years from now, guess what? As a prophetic scribe, your message is still relevant years later. And that is an advantage, that you know your identity, you know what your voice sounds like, you know the message that God is giving you. And now it's time to perfect the message. Now it's time to package the message in a way that's palatable for your audience. Now it's time to look at how can you differentiate yourself? How can you have multiple streams of income? How can you share this message in multiple ways? Do you need to do an audio book? Do you need to do a podcast? Do you need to make a movie out of it? Now it's time to ask God, how can you be elevated and upgraded to use the message and to use your prophetic scribe gift in a new way for the audience that he's assigned you to? And lastly, another prophetic scribe pitfall that has caused many of us not to write or not to share the things that God has given us is overthinking. You think so much and you don't execute because you are thinking and you are staying inside of your head. And so now this great book idea, maybe you had a children's book idea, maybe you had an idea for a podcast, maybe you had an idea for a movie, and now it's still stuck in your head because you are overthinking. You are thinking, oh, how is this going to happen? Or do I have enough money to publish this book? And do I have this? Do I have this audience? And you stayed in the realm of ideation and you still have not executed. You still have not flourished because nobody has seen anything tangible. You are still living in your head and you're overthinking. And people that overthink usually are perfectionists. You don't want to release something or you don't want to launch because you want every single thing to look perfect. You want all things to look like this before you decide to take that leap. I want to encourage you that if you are a person of faith, we walk by faith and not by sight. And so it's going to be your responsibility to move by faith. Maybe every single thing has not come together how you would have hoped, but you already have something in your hand, and now it's time to execute because you already have what's in your hand. You have a computer, you have notebooks, you have your mind, you have your own story. And so are you leaping based off of that, or are you looking for $1,000? Are you looking for $10,000 before you decide, oh, I'm going to write this book? Are you looking for the money now and you don't even have anything written? Because chances are when the door opens, you need to already have your stuff together so that when God does open the door for you to meet a publisher, or when God does open the door for you to meet a producer or director, you already have the script in hand and you were not waiting for the opportunity to come. You were building in the dark. You were building before anyone knew your name. You were putting plans in place and you were moving even if you didn't have everything that you wanted, because you were being responsible by using what you have and not overthinking everything. And so some of the pitfalls that we have to address is, number one, being bored with your message, not wanting to continue to talk or continue to share because you feel like God needs to give you something new. And this is something that's going to break chains off of people. And you have no idea that even 10 years from now, you can say the same thing. But because you're a prophetic scribe, it's going to hit and it's going to bring transformation where God has sent you, because this is something that He has put in your DNA. Number two, lacking consistency. Us not being consistent about posting the content, not being consistent about writing daily or writing avidly. Us not being consistent with our gift is going to be a pitfall. And lastly, overthinking. You think too much and you don't execute. You are trying to figure out how all things are going to work out, and you're in your head and you're thinking, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? What is this person going to think? And you're not even building anything. Nobody can even see or hear the message of hope, the message of deliverance, the message of freedom that God has placed inside of you because you're stuck in your head. I want to encourage you to join us for our Prophetic Scribe Bootcamp. This is 3 days where you are going to get tools on how to grow your prophetic scribe gift. You are going to learn how to share your story, because the number one thing that we should start with as prophetic scribes is being authentic storytellers. And so I have my guest speaker coming in, and he's going to help us with unpacking how we can share our authentic story. What is the framework, the model that all of us can use when we are writing something or when we're called to speak somewhere? There is a formula that we're just going to give you that you're going to follow, and you're going to have more confidence as a prophetic scribe because you have strategy. I'm all about giving prophetic scribes strategy so that they don't become lackluster about the gift that God has placed inside of you. You have a gift, and a gift is meant to be shared with other people. And so I want you to be encouraged that you will grow in this prophetic scribe bootcamp, and you will be able to use your gift on a consistent basis and be more disciplined with your gift if you have strategy, if you have insight, if you have wisdom. And we're going to share that with you. We're going to unlock some secrets during the prophetic scribe bootcamp that I hope is going to elevate you. And most importantly, being in the room is just going to get you some impartation. I've written multiple books. I've stopped counting at this point because I've written so many books, and I can write books in 2 days. I can write a book in one day if I just spend the whole day writing that specific book. And so I want you to get that impartation. I want you to be in the online room with us so that you can be able to hear what are the strategies that's going to help you so that you can use your gift in whatever area of influence that God has called you to. You're called to business, you're called to education, you're called to technology, wherever you are called, media, arts and entertainment. Guess what? Prophetic scribes are being sent there, but are you using your gift? Are you executing, or are you still overthinking? Join me for this prophetic scribe bootcamp. I am not hosting it again this in the month of May, so you need to make sure that you jump in during this time. Don't miss it. If you have any questions about it, let me know what questions you have in the comments. I would love to virtually meet you and greet you. All right, I'm going to see you all in the next video. I'm going to build iconic dreams with you all later. I'm going to leave a legacy in writing with you. Love you like a leader. Catch you in the next video. Goodbye.